Hi guys, so today I'm filming my book Unhaul. This is my first one on my channel where I unhaul books a lot, so I'm sure there'll be a lot more of these if you enjoy them. I'm going to show you through all the books that I've unhauled since the beginning of 2020 and tell you why I've unhauled them. The first book that I've chosen to get rid of is The Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. This is only going because I have 2 copies, and the other copy is in the little 3 Hogwarts library set that you can see right there. So I didn't feel the need to have 2 copies. This one is nice, and I've had this for many, many years, but I just think this could bring someone else some happiness, considering I do have 2 copies. The next 2 books I have chosen to get rid of is Betrayed and Chosen from the House of Night series. This is purely because I've somehow ended up with 2 copies again of both of these books. The next book that I've chosen to get rid of is The House at Riverton by Kate Morton. This is a 5-star read. I absolutely love it. There is nothing wrong with the book. I just can't keep a beefy boy like this around. And if you've gone into a charity shop, copies of these are everywhere, so I don't really feel the need to keep it because I know that if I really wanted to read it again, I'd find it in a charity shop. The next book that I'm getting rid of is the Fern Cotton Calm book. I just had this for a few years, read it. I have no reason for getting rid of it, I just don't feel the need to keep it anymore. The next book that I'm getting rid of, please don't have a heart attack because of the edition, but it's The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I was going to keep this even though I hated the book, just because of the cover, because it is the Waterstones exclusive with sprayed edges and it is gorgeous. I know it is, but I just really didn't like this book, so I don't really feel the need to keep it and have it taking up space. The next book that I'm getting rid of is The Little Shop of Happily Ever After by Jenny Colgan. I don't remember this book very well. I have read it, but I don't remember it. It was about 2 years ago, I think, that I read this. I don't think I quite finished it. I think I got really close to the edge. Finished my holiday, never quite finished the last 2 chapters, which most people will probably be really annoyed by that, but because I don't remember the whole story, I'm not bothered. I think it was about a girl working in a bookshop or something. Yeah. But I don't remember anything else. It was a love story. I'm not really bothered about catching up or reading it again, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm really sorry if that annoys you that I haven't finished it and got so close. The next book is one I've also had for years, just sitting on my shelf, and that is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. Once again, good book, but it's about decluttering, and if I keep the book after I've read it, I'm not going to read it again because it's just about decluttering, so seems contradictory to keep it, so no reason for that either. Next is Pride, Prejudice and Zombies by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith. I'm getting rid of this because it was terrible, although I can't really say that. I only got 60 pages in before I DNF'd it, but from what the 60 pages that I read were awful. I would never put myself through this whole book. The next one is something I was considering keeping, and that is The Short Second Life of Britannia by Stephanie Meyer. But I decided not to because I don't even own the Twilight books, and I've never read this. It's not one I've read. I don't love Brie in the films or the books. You don't really mention her in the books, you only really see her in the films. So I don't really want to read about her second life either. And following on that theme is, even though I don't own Twilight, I for some reason own the Twilight graphic novel. Volume 1. I've never read this. I've never read a graphic novel. I just own it. But if I'm going to read a graphic novel, it's not going to be Twilight graphic novel. Absolutely not. The next book is How to Kill Your Husband by Kathy Letty. This book annoyed me. It took me 4 weeks to read half before I finally accepted defeat and DNF'd it. It was terrible. I have reviewed this. I reviewed this in my January TBR. And said how bad it was, and I will not go back to it. I don't think anybody should, but it's just awful. Nope. The next book is Stephen King, Sleeping Beauties. I can't be bothered to carry on reading books I don't think I'll like. I don't think I'll ever like a Stephen King book anyway, so I was just trying to force myself to read one, and I'm not that interested. I just think the cover's beautiful, so I think I bought it for that mostly. But this is a beefy boy. Once again, I don't need this taking up that much room on my shelf. Next we have Marnie Simpson's Stripped Bare. I've read this autobiography. It was a good read, but I don't watch Geordie Shore anymore. Don't follow any of the Geordie Shore cast. I just enjoyed reading about it. It was interesting to read about her life, but I read it. I'm not going to read it again. The next book is a book that I just finished, and that is The Perfect Girlfriend, Karen Hamilton. This was a 3-star, which is a good book for me. 3 stars is a good rating. it was a really enjoyable book. I really did enjoy it, but I wouldn't read it again, so I think I'm just going to get rid of it. Let someone else have the chance to read it. And the final things I'm getting rid of are the Chaos Walking series. I bought this to read and I have done so. I would have kept it if it wasn't for this last book, which is awful, so I have no interest in keeping it because I probably will not reread it. They look like they've never been read. The spines like literally look like they have never been read. I promise you I've read them all. That is all the books I've unhauled in 2020 so far. I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you like to see more of these, just let me know and I will do some more. I really hope you have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video.